Hey guys, Flip Flop here. Today, I just want to make a really quick video summing up my thoughts of Super Bowl 59. We didn't win the big game, but it's okay. I'm still repping my team. Xavier Worthy, 21-year-old rookie receiver, still had an amazing game, so I'm proud of him and I'm excited to watch him for years to come. He's going to be an amazing weapon for Patrick Mahomes in the future, and so we have a lot to look forward to. It's disappointing that we lost so badly, but it's okay. We still have won 3 Super Bowls in the past 6 years or so, so, we'll live with it. It's okay. Happy 3 Super Bowls in the past 5 or 6 years. But either way, congratulations to Philadelphia. They played a really, really good game. I'm actually very, very impressed. They played really beautiful football as an unbiased football observer. They played really well. And they have all season. They've been the best team in the league for the past 3 years from top to bottom. So good to see them get that Super Bowl. They deserve it. I like Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and all those guys. Good for them. It's actually very impressive because they built this team from the ground up, starting with GM/owner Howie Rosen. I don't know exactly what role he is, but I know he played a big part in building the team the way it is. When Sirianni came, they made the playoffs in their first year when they missed it the previous year. And then in year 2, they made it to the Super Bowl and barely lost to us 38-35. And then in year 3, they started 9-1, best in the league, but then they just fell apart in the middle of the season and then ended up getting blown out in the wild card round to the Bucks. And so usually when a team loses a Super Bowl and then if they kind of start struggling immediately after that, it really is damaging for their psyches. I can think of so many teams that have lost a Super Bowl and have never been back, but Philadelphia didn't let that happen. They didn't let it just burn and damage them mentally. They just made a few changes, got a new offensive and defensive coordinator, signed Saquon in free agency, and just stayed calm and ran the table back again. And sure enough, here they are winning the Super Bowl. And I'm sure they are one of the teams that'll be here for many years to come. So you have to respect that level of resiliency by them. I do think that we'll be back too. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if we had the same exact Super Bowl next year as well. But we'll see what happens in free agency, rookie draft, and all that. Anyways, big topic I wanted to discuss. The main thing that people are talking about. Bobby! That's my beautiful wife right there. I'm making my football video right now. Yeah, the big topic. Football's a team game, so you hate to make it all about one player. But I can't help that all the videos I'm seeing on YouTube, all the articles I'm seeing published seem to be about the GOAT debate. People talking about, has Patrick Mahomes officially lost his chance to ever surpass Tom Brady? A lot of commenters on YouTube and on Instagram are saying that never compare Mahomes to Brady ever again after this pathetic performance. And when we look at the question, is Tom Brady now uncatchable? Can Mahomes ever catch him? Is Mahomes permanently out of the GOAT debate? The answer is so blatantly obvious. Absolutely not. Honestly, that might be one of the dumbest takes I've ever seen in sports history. And there are a lot of idiotic, ridiculous takes out there in the sports community. I've made several dumb takes myself, I admit it. So nobody's perfect in anything. But thinking that Mahomes is no shot to ever be the GOAT no matter what is lunacy. Because what if he wins 5 more rings and he ends up with 8? Is he not better than Brady then because, he lost badly in the 2024 Super Bowl? What? It doesn't make any sense. There's 2 main arguments that I'm seeing from these people that are saying that Mahomes could never be the GOAT now. The number 1 argument is that Mahomes is 0-2 against Brady in the playoffs head-to-head. And so, yes, that does hurt him. That does matter. But come on, guys. Don't forget that Tom Brady is also 0-2 against Eli Manning in the Super Bowl. So does that mean that Tom Brady can never be better than Eli Manning? But then the people will start saying that, that doesn't count because Eli Manning's not in the GOAT debate. Head-to-head only counts when it's between 2 players that are currently in the GOAT debate. Seriously. We're going to be that nitpicky. We're going to pick and choose which players are eligible and which players are not eligible to be in a head-to-head discussion. And then people will start saying that, but Tom Brady went against Eli Manning's defense. He didn't go against Eli Manning directly. directly contradicting what they had said in the first place. And so it's just an argument full of fallacy. And then the second argument that I see commonly is that Patrick Mahomes has gotten blown out twice in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady never got blown out in the Super Bowl, so therefore Mahomes can never be better no matter what happens. Don't make me remind you guys that Tom Brady lost in the divisional round in 2005 to the Broncos, but I can cross minds and be like, Patrick Mahomes never lost in the divisional round. You know, I could also say that Tom Brady got blown out 33-14 in a wild card game against the Ravens in 2009. Mahomes would never lose in the wild card round. Tom Brady missed the playoffs in 2002 after winning the Super Bowl in 2001. Who misses the playoffs after winning the Super Bowl? Your team doesn't change that much. And so I love Tom Brady. I'm not hating on him at all, but I'm saying what the biased people should be saying if they really were trying to be reasonable with it. There is no perfect player. Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl after being 18-0. He choked in the last game when they were undefeated. Mahomes has never choked that badly, so nobody's perfect. Those of you that are hating on my guy so hard, I could just as easily hate on your guy just as badly. I'm not doing that, though. I'm just saying that it's not fair to hate on Tom Brady in that way, so you shouldn't be hating on Mahomes or any other player in that way either. You know what I mean? Tom Brady went 10 years in between winning a Super Bowl. And he won in 2004 and didn't win again until 2014. I guarantee you Mahomes never goes 10 years without winning a Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? So it's just arguments full of fallacy. Doesn't make any sense. It's absurd. What Mahomes does have going for him, though, is that he's had the best career of any player in their 20s, the best 20s of any player in football history. Blatantly obvious, clear cut. 3 rings, 2 league MVPs, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, most total yards of a player in their 20s. Been the worst finish he's ever had is an AFC Championship loss. Both of those losses were in overtime. Almost beat Tom Brady one time if it weren't for a pre-snap penalty. And so, long story short, there's still plenty of time. He's 29 years old. He can easily win several more rings. It's just not as black and white as people are making it, is the point I'm trying to make. Tom Brady's still the GOAT right now. Tom Brady's still going to be hard to catch. Mahomes, it is not a guarantee at all that Mahomes would ever catch him, but it's certainly plausible. And so that's just that's my take on it, and, you know, pretty straightforward. But, I don't want to make it too much about the GOAT debate. That's just kind of the main topic I wanted to discuss. But I am very impressed with Philadelphia. They do deserve all the credit. It wasn't one of those things where we just played bad and beat ourselves. Like, they slaughtered us. That's fair and square to say it. They saw that we had an offensive lineman changing positions, and they exploited that. Bull rushing Joe Tooney, who isn't used to that. He's an all-pro lineman, but when he switched to a different position on the line, they tormented us on that. Mahomes did have a bad game. That is one thing I will say, is that I'll admit Patrick Mahomes has not been very... I'm not going to say that. You know, I was going to say he's not been very clutch, but Mahomes has been extremely clutch in the Super Bowl. But over the totality of the Super Bowl games, from start to finish, he hasn't played as good as his usual self. He's only played to his standard in 1 of the 5 Super Bowls he's been in. In the other 4, I definitely think he played way worse than his usual standard. And so that is something that you have to acknowledge, and that I would hope that in future Super Bowls, God willing, if we can make it back to the future Super Bowls, because it's never a guarantee. Football is such a competitive sport with so many good and hungry teams out there. But if we do make it back, I would hope that Mahomes kind of can start playing to his standard more often in the big game, especially if he wants to catch Brady. But also, to finalize this last thing, Patrick Mahomes summarized it best himself, saying that we don't want the legacy just to be about one player, just his legacy, him versus Brady GOAT debate. We want it to be the team's legacy. We want it to be the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty of the 2020s. That really is the best thing that we should be focusing on. And going forward, I'm going to try to make more videos kind of emphasizing that point. Which team is the best dynasty of all time? The teams starting from the top with the owner to the general manager, the coaches, to the players, all the way down to the medical staff, to the trainers, the ball boys. Those kind of are the people that we should be focusing on a little bit more. And so I'm going to try to kind of make that a more relevant portion of my content. But with all that said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Kind of my thoughts about the Super Bowl. Congratulations to Philadelphia again. They played an amazing game. I can't emphasize enough how impressed I am with the tough, gritty brand of football they played. Hard hitting, but clean. just a powerful, impenetrable offensive line. I made a video recently about the most important positions in football, and I was clear cut that offensive line is by far the most important position in football, and Philly has the best one, and of course they won the ring, so it's only fitting. And you know, it's good for them, it's good for the city. And I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day, and I will catch y'all in my next video.